Hello everyone. How are you all doing today? I usually read the Course in Miracles lessons in these videos. So today is time for the brand new Course in Miracles lesson. So yesterday I was reading the lesson number 38 that says that there is nothing my holiness cannot do. And the practice for yesterday was it was interesting because you were trying to apply this idea not only to your situation but also to someone else's situation. Yes, uh, my holiness can affect me, and can solve my problem, and my holiness also can solve someone else's problem. That was the practice for yesterday. It was interesting actually. So you're not thinking about yourself as a separate person, yeah. That your wholeness is actually places not only you but also all the people around you, right? Okay. And today it's time for the next lesson number 39. Yeah, lesson number 39. Alright, lesson number 39 says that my holiness is my salvation. My holiness is my salvation. If guilt is hell, what is its opposite? It's a good question, huh? If guilt is hell, what is its opposite? Like the text for which this workbook was written, the ideas used for the exercises are very simple, very clear, and totally unambiguous. We are not concerned with intellectual feats nor logical toys. We are dealing only in the very obvious, which has been overlooked in the clouds of complexity in which you think. If guilt is hell, what is its opposite? This is not difficult, surely. The hesitation you may feel in answering is not due to the ambiguity of the question. But do you believe that guilt is hell? Yeah, I do believe that guilt is hell. Yeah. If you did, you would see at once how direct and simple the text is, and you would not need a workbook at all. So it means that I believe that guilt is hell, but actually I do not. Yeah. Alright, so no one needs practice to gain what is already his. So what is the opposite of guilt? What do you think? Peace of mind, yeah, love. What is it? We have already said that your holiness is the salvation of the world. What about your own salvation? Yeah. What about your own salvation? You cannot give what you do not have. You need to have it first, yeah, before you give. A savior must be saved. How else can he teach salvation? Today's exercises will apply to you, recognizing that your salvation is crucial to the salvation of the world. You need to save yourself first, right? Yeah. As you apply the exercises to your world, the whole world stands to benefit. Your holiness is the answer to every question that was ever asked. Your Holiness is the answer to every question that was ever asked. It's being asked now or will be asked in the future. Your Holiness means the end of guilt. Can you imagine that you forgot the guilt feeling? Yeah? You don't even know what it means to have a guilt feeling, yeah? And therefore the end of hell. Your Holiness is the salvation of the world and your own. How could you, to whom your Holiness belongs, be excluded from it? How could you, to whom your Holiness belongs, be excluded from it? God does not know unholiness. Can it be He does not know His Son? A full 5 minutes are urged for the 4 longer practice periods for today, and longer and more frequent practice sessions are encouraged. If you want to exceed the minimum requirements, more rather than longer sessions are recommended, although both are suggested. Begin the practice periods as usual by repeating today's idea to yourself. Then, with closed eyes, search out your unloving thoughts. In whatever form they appear. I'm just thinking how many unloving thoughts we have throughout the day, yeah? Towards other people, towards ourselves. We don't even recognize that we are actually having them. Yeah. Unloving thoughts. In whatever form they appear. Uneasiness, depression, anger, fear, worry, attack, insecurity, and so on. I've been thinking about that, like I was even trying to count all the thoughts I am having throughout the day, along the day. It was like the most of them were exactly unloving thoughts in different forms of fear, depression, hopelessness, uneasiness, and so on. Especially when it comes to other people, right? And for sure to yourself as well, towards yourself. Can you imagine? That's why, that is the reason why we are thinking in all of this seeming disaster world, yeah? Because of our thoughts, because we created everything by thought alone, by repeating thought alone. Whatever form they take, they are unloving and therefore fearful. I already mentioned that before in my video, that most of feelings and thoughts, they are coming out of fear. And it's not a good thing, believe me, to make a decision based on fear or out of fear, yeah? It's better if you do something out of love, yeah, and based on love, yeah. The most unloving thoughts, they are coming from fear, yeah. Fear to stay lonely, homeless, yeah, stay jobless, yeah, whatever adjectives you can bring, you name it. It's all about fear. Yeah, what is the opposite to fear? I guess it's love. Yeah, love and peace. And so it is from them that you need to be saved. We need to be saved from fearful, unloving thoughts. We need to be saved from our own unloving, fearful thoughts. Yeah. All the damage we bring to ourselves. And it's been done by our own unloving, fearful thoughts. We don't even realize that. Yeah. Specific situations, events, or personalities you associate with unloving thoughts of any kind are suitable subjects for today's exercises. It is imperative for your salvation that you see them differently. And it is your blessing on them that will save you and give you vision. Whew. Yeah. Slowly, without conscious selection, and without undue emphasis on anyone in particular, search your mind for every thought that stands between you and your salvation. Apply the idea for today to each of them in this way. So here is the practice for today. My unloving thoughts about, for example, my body, yeah, my health, my job, my partner, about wherever and whomever, are keeping me in hell. My holiness is my salvation. You know, I'm just having this aha moment, like realizing that actually we are suffering from our own thoughts. We are suffering from our own thoughts. Yeah. And you know how difficult it is to just catch yourself, to just stop yourself thinking this way. Like, you know what? I'm gonna stop doing this. I don't wanna do this anymore. I don't wanna do this anymore. I've been there so long, yeah, with these unloving thoughts, and I'm not gonna do them any longer. You need to make this decision. You need to make a decision to be healthy, to have loving thoughts with your higher self, no matter what seems to be happening around you. And you're gonna witness the change of your world. Yeah. My holiness is my salvation. You may find these practice periods easier if you intersperse them with several short periods during which you merely repeat today's idea to yourself slowly a few times. You may also find it helpful to include a few short intervals in which you just relax and do not seem to be thinking of anything. Sustained concentration is very difficult at first. Yeah. Have you ever tried to keep your focus on one thought for at least 30 seconds or even longer? Have you succeeded doing that? How was it? Yeah, you can try. You can try to do that, to concentrate on something that you really want. Mind is programmed this way that it's wandering all the time. and we don't even realize that. We just follow it, yeah, like without even consciously realizing that. But actually, we have a choice to make, yeah, we have a choice to make that you can train your mind, yeah, you can choose your thoughts, right? You have that choice to make, you have that option. Sustained concentration is very difficult at first, but I guess it's getting easier, yeah, way easier the more you practice, yeah, the more it's getting easier to you. It will become much easier as your mind becomes more disciplined and less distractible. That's why we really need to do this work on a daily basis. Like, we need to train our mind, yeah, to stop thinking thoughts that do not bring anything good to us, yeah. Yeah, it seems to be so difficult at first, right, in the beginning. But the more you practice, the more easy it's getting. Yeah. Meanwhile, you should feel free to introduce variety into the exercise periods in whatever form appeals to you. Do not, however, change the idea itself as you vary the method of applying it. However you elect to use it. The idea should be stated so that its meaning is the fact that your holiness is your salvation. And each practice period by repeating the idea in its original form once more and adding. If guilt is hell, what is its opposite? If guilt is hell, what is its opposite? Peace, love, loving thoughts. Yeah. In the shorter applications, which should be made some 3 or 4 times an hour and more if possible, you may ask yourself this question, repeat today's idea and preferably both. If temptations arise, a particularly helpful form of the idea is, my holiness is my salvation from this. Yeah. Once more time, practice for today. My unloving thoughts about something or someone, yeah, are keeping me in hell. How do I stop myself from having unloving attack thoughts? How do I stop myself doing this work, right? Just realizing that actually these unloving thoughts of mine, yeah, these my unloving thoughts about someone or something are keeping me in hell. At least I realize that. That's the first step that's gonna help you to prevent you from staying in hell. Yeah. And the next one, my holiness is my salvation. My holiness is my salvation. What is the opposite of guilt? Love, peace, joy. Yeah. That are coming from God, from our Father, yeah, from our highest self. Alright, yeah, it's really a powerful lesson for today, yeah, because finally I feel like I'm no longer having my thoughts without recognizing them. I am starting to recognize them and to stop myself thinking this way, yeah. At least I'm already pressing this brake pedal, yeah, on unloving thoughts. At least I'm already doing that, yeah. And probably I didn't stop my vehicle from, yeah, going on this path, but at least I'm already on my way to stop them. So yeah, Probably you can do this work as well. And yeah, that's it for today. Have a good day and see you tomorrow.